This week, millions of former students will have to start paying back their federal student loan. We'll walk you through a new plan that could help make those payments a little easier.
Plus, as we near respiratory illness season, many are having trouble getting their latest COVID shots. What could be causing the delay? And why Vice President Kamala Harris has canceled her visit to UW-Madison this week. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. It still feels like summer outside, but we'll be back to cooler temperatures later this week. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on the weather patio with the details. How warm is it this afternoon, Gary?
It's unseasonably warm. In fact, it's been that way the entire weekend, and tomorrow will be another day with temperatures that perhaps could be close to record high temperature levels. Visible cloud track shows one of the reasons why. We have plenty of sunshine, even though the sun's a little lower in the sky. When you have full sunshine and southerly winds, that warms the temperatures up pretty quickly this time of year. These are the high temperatures, unofficial high temperatures so far. Madison 83, Janesville 84. These are temperatures that you would see at the end of July, beginning part of August. La Crosse 87, even Milwaukee, close to Lake Michigan, 84 degrees. And current temperatures are just a degree or two down from those highs. Madison right now at 82, Janesville's at 81, still 85 in Boscobel and 84 in Lone Rock. Across Dane County, 83 right now in Stoughton, 83 in McFarland, and 84 right now in Verona with mostly sunny skies. Look for skies to be mostly clear this evening. Those temperatures aren't going to fall off very much. By 10 o'clock, we'll be down to about 68 degrees. That's about what our average high temperature is this time of year, and we're going to stay mild tonight and could be close to a record tomorrow, but all good things have to come to an end, and that will happen later this week. I'll have more in the forecast in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. UW-Madison officials say the university has broken a new record when it comes to enrollment, a whopping 50,662 students. It's the first time enrollment has ever topped 50,000. The freshman class stands at more than 7,900. Despite a record of more than 63,000 freshman applicants, the university says it intentionally accepted fewer students to shrink overall class size. This year, more than 161,000 students enrolled into the entire UW system. Federal student loan payments resume this month after a 3-year pause due to the COVID pandemic.
And that means a lot of students will need to find money in their budgets to make those payments once again. Our Jalen Banks joins us now with some ways to help navigate those loan repayments. Jalen?
For the first time in 3 years, those with federal student loans will have a balance to pay every month. But paying those loans back may not be as hard as it has been in the past. After President Biden's plan to cancel student debt was struck down by the Supreme Court, he launched a new plan to lower monthly payments.
I'm keeping my commitment to do what I can to ease the burden of student debt.
In August, the Biden administration launched the SAVE Plan, a loan repayment program that lowers the cost of monthly payments based on income and household size. Under that plan, if you are a one-person household and you make $32,800 a year or less, you won't have to make any loan payments. The same goes for a household of 4 that makes $67,500 or less. Those of you who earn more could still drastically see lower monthly balances. New grads will also have a 6-month grace period before payments start.
Critical for students to know after graduation or even now after this postponement, because many students have graduated during this 3-year period. The first thing that they need to know is who their servicer is, who their loan servicer is. If they've not had heard from the loan servicer, which they should have by now. If they have not, they need to make sure that they make direct contact to that servicer.
Even for those of you who aren't recent grads, there is a bit of a grace period for you as well.
There is a 12-month on-ramping that is going to be occurring, so if students miss any payments or are struggling with finding what the repayment plan structure will work best for them, nobody will be reported as missing a payment or be in danger of being put in default in this 12-month period.
For more information on how to apply for the SAVE Act and loan repayments, you can find it on our website at channel3000.com.
Jalen, thank you. A green alert has been issued for a missing veteran who hasn't been seen since last week. 51-year-old Shane Helmbrecht was last seen at a group home in Toma on Friday. He is allowed to leave the home as he pleases, but did not tell staff where he was going. They told officials he had not been acting like his usual self. Helmbrecht could be in his parents' green 2003 Toyota Avalon with Wisconsin plate 487 FNN. They say he does have a history of assault, so anyone with information is asked to call police.
Madison police are investigating after a man died after he was hit by a car while walking on the Beltline. First responders tried life-saving measures, but the 58-year-old died at the scene. The crash happened just after 11 Friday night near the Whitney Way exit. The driver is cooperating with the investigation. Police say she showed no signs of impairment. One person was injured following an early morning duplex fire in Verona.
And multiple fire crews responded to the building on Llano Street. They arrived to find a man who had jumped from a second-floor window. Our Kyle Pozorski spoke to the man this afternoon and is live now in Verona with details on this harrowing escape. Kyle?
Eric, the call came in at around 3:05 this morning to the duplex you see here behind me. News 3 Now's crew captured this morning at upwards of 30 emergency officials trying to put out the flames. While we visited later this morning, over half the building was destroyed, the other half heavily damaged. No one died as a result of the morning fire, but Verona Fire Chief Dan Mahatka tells me that one injury came from a man who jumped out of a window.
Thankfully, by the time we got there, one of the victims that was trapped was able to self-rescue, actually jumped out of a second-floor window.
While I was there earlier this morning, the man identified himself to me off camera. He had just gotten out of the hospital with minor injuries. He tells me that he woke up to the fire in his room on the second floor and had no other choice but to climb out of his window and jump. Additionally, the American Red Cross was on scene this morning helping out the people impacted. They say the majority of their calls each year are for single-family house fires. The Red Cross is always looking for ways that you can help in situations like this. You can donate online to redcross.org/donate. As for this duplex, VFD tells me that it is considered a complete loss. Investigation into what happened is ongoing. Reporting here in Verona, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
All right, Kyle, thank you. The Madison School District Board of Education holding listening sessions this week. It's for parents to voice their thoughts on the superintendent search. The board asking parents to share what they want the responsibilities of the superintendent to look like, as well as the characteristics they want to be valued. The first session tonight at 6 p.m. at the Holtzman Building. If you can't make it, there's a session tomorrow. That'll be at 6 p.m. at La Follette High School. Wednesday at 6 p.m. at Bell Phillips Memorial High School.
Well, it's that time of year again. People across the country are lining up for their flu shots and the new normal, COVID boosters.
But if you've tried to get your COVID shot recently, you might have noticed limited supply means it's not as easy as you thought. Braden Ross joins us to explain why. Braden?
Yeah, people across the country have been struggling to find a vaccine, some even being turned away from appointments when pharmacies run out of stock. Their latest booster is a new shot. It's formulated to fight the latest COVID variants. Public health officials tell me the problem with availability seems to be with the manufacturers, but they're hopeful the supply will pick up soon. Until then, though, the key words will be patience and persistence.
You need to kind of just keep checking back. Also, just a note that you may not be able to be super picky about your manufacturer. So one pharmacy may have, kids vaccine from Pfizer, whereas they don't have adult, Moderna.
Just like in the past, any brand of the vaccine will give you the protection you need. You can find a provider near you that has the vaccine in stock at vaccines.gov. This year is also the first time the COVID vaccine is being commercialized. What does that mean for you? That means now you'll have to deal with your insurance when you have to get the shot. Coming up at 6, I'll tell you everything you need to know about how to make sure your COVID shot is still free.
We will see you at 6, Braden. Thank you. New today, Vice President Kamala Harris has canceled a planned trip to the UW-Madison campus this week. She will instead be attending funeral services for late Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein. They're scheduled for Wednesday. Vice President Harris was set to visit the university as part of her Fight for Our Freedoms college tour. White House officials did not say if the vice president will reschedule, but did say she looks forward to visiting again in the future.
Dane County Executive Joe Parisi introduced the 2024 Dane County budget today at Badger Prairie Needs Network in Verona. It includes nearly $788 million in operating budget, just under $150 million for his capital plan. The budget is largely focused on social service work, with a portion going towards environmental conservation efforts and public construction funds as well. Emergency food supply is also highly funded, continuing the Dane County Farm to Food Bank program and adding to other food security projects around Dane
County. The growing need in our community is one reason my budget also contains $4 million to help Second Harvest Food Bank to ensure they can help meet the increasing demands for services. All told, this budget adds nearly $11 million in new money for food for our families.
The Dane County Board of Supervisors will review the budget before its final passage in early November.
There are only a few more days left to donate to our Coats for Kids donation drive. Hard to think about winter coats when it's 85 degrees, but we could really use your help. We're partnering with Clinky Cleaners, Magic 98, and the Boys and Girls Club to help families in need. You can buy items off the Boys and Girls Club Amazon wish list or donate new or gently worn children's winter coats and accessories. Just drop them off at any Clinky Cleaners location, and you can look for this story on Channel 3000 for more information. We're collecting coats from today through Saturday. We're also looking for volunteers to help hand out items when the coats are distributed.
Next at 5, Gary has more on when the fall-like weather will return.
Plus, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert returns tonight on CBS, months after a writer's strike shut down production. We'll share a preview.
And mixed numbers to start the week on Wall Street as the Dow loses 74 points. NASDAQ closes up 88.5. S&P 500 gains about 1/3 of a point. We'll be right back.
Join Stoughton Health's Dr. Aaron Schwab on October 5th to learn about simple outpatient treatments that can alleviate varicose or spider veins. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Feldco's got you covered this fall with 40% off windows and 40% off roofing. Plus, no interest for 1 year. 40% off windows and roofing won't last long. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and 1 free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
Trust your feet to Morgan's Shoes.
Loa Footwear, a name synonymous with premium outdoor footwear for 80-plus years. Our patented mono-wrap construction wraps the foot in a lightweight yet firmly supportive frame. We use a softer polyurethane in our midsoles that provides better shock absorption and ultimate comfort underfoot. Plus, our patented Gore-Tex liner is more durable and creates a smoother fit, thus less potential for blisters or discomfort.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to Morgan Shoes.
Morgan Shoes, Hilldale.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
Steinhafels is your sleep solution destination. Right now, you can get a Queen Beauty Rest mattress for only $3.99, or upgrade to the luxury and comfort of a Beauty Rest Black Hybrid and pay just $51 per month when you use our 72-month financing. Plus, you'll get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com. Relax, it's Steinhafels.
Join Stoughton Health's Dr. Aaron Schwab on October 5th to learn about simple outpatient treatments that can alleviate varicose or spider veins. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
A Verona duplex destroyed by fire overnight. A man having to jump from a second-floor window to save his life. I have the details tonight.
Plus, insurance is playing a role in COVID vaccine availability. We walk you through how you can still get free vaccines. That's tonight at 6.
Artificial intelligence has entered the classroom.
I noticed it first in poetry.
I'll show you what teachers are doing to curb AI misuse and how a change in thinking could make it a valuable tool for learning.
Outsmarting AI, Thursday at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
If you get an emergency alert on your phone on Wednesday, don't panic. It's part of a nationwide test of the warning systems. FEMA will be sending emergency alerts over the air and on your phone around 1:20 Wednesday afternoon. Nationwide tests are required at least once every 3 years. The last one happened in 2021. You can learn more about the test by looking for this story on channel3000.com.
Former President Trump appeared in a New York courtroom today. He is facing a civil suit that accuses him of inflating the value of the Trump Organization properties. He's calling the lawsuit another attempt at election interference. New York Attorney General Letitia James brought the case, accusing Trump, his sons, and the Trump Organization of inflating the value of properties by hundreds of millions of dollars while pursuing favorable bank loans.
No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law.
If I weren't leading in all the polls, or if I weren't running, I wouldn't have any of these cases. I wouldn't be seeing you this morning.
Now, last week, the judge in the case ruled Trump and the Trump Organization did commit fraud in their business dealings. If the ruling is upheld on appeal, it could force the business mogul to give up Trump Tower and other high-profile properties. And the Supreme Court declined to take up a case that argues former President Trump is ineligible to run again. It was filed by a little-known Republican presidential candidate named John Anthony Castro, who points to the 14th Amendment, which he argues should disqualify Trump from serving in office because of January 6th. The court declined to take it up without comment or a recorded vote. There are stronger, similar cases in the works in both Colorado and Minnesota.
Congress now has a little over a month to reach a deal on long-term funding to keep the government running. Skylar Henry tells us President Biden is calling on lawmakers to move quickly, but finding that common ground could take time.
President Biden is pressing Congress to reach a long-term funding deal. He's also adamant about getting more money to Ukraine in the country's war against Russia.
This is about freedom and democracy against Russia's invasion, aggression against the Ukrainian people. And this is also about protecting our national security as well.
Support for Ukraine remains a hot-button topic on Capitol Hill. The stopgap bill Congress passed over the weekend to keep the government open did not include the $300 million originally proposed to help Ukraine's war effort. Hardline conservatives who are calling for deeper spending cuts and oppose the funding say this comment from the president Sunday is fueling new questions for them.
Mr. President, are you going to be able to trust Speaker McCarthy when the next deal comes around?
We just made one about Ukraine, so we'll find out.
Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, among other Republicans, brought their concerns about that deal to the House floor after Speaker McCarthy turned to Democrats for help avoiding the government shutdown.
Working with the Democrats is a yellow brick road that has been paved by Speaker McCarthy. Whether it was the debt limit deal, the CR, or now the secret deal on Ukraine.
Gaetz also said he plans to oust McCarthy from leadership this week.
I do not think it's good for the House. I do not think it's good for this institution. I do not think this is good for the country. We've got 45 days here to do our work, and someone wants to continue to string this out.
It's unclear whether a motion to remove McCarthy as Speaker has enough votes to pass. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
No speaker has ever been removed from office by a motion to vacate. Let's check on the weather now. August and October continues, Gary.
Well, I'll take a look at September, and even September was kind of unusual. I mean, normally we start out with temperatures in the upper 70s, and we end up in the upper 60s. That's the average temperatures. We've been as warm as near 100 in September, and we've been as cold as the mid-20s. However, take a look at this year. 82 degrees on the 1st of September. It was actually warmer on the 30th of September than it was on the 1st of the month. And the month as a whole averaged 4.5 degrees above normal. We hit 94 degrees on the 3rd of September. We only dropped to 42 on the 14th. Precipitation actually was a little bit above normal, 3.43 inches compared to the average of 3.13. But that's kind of deceiving because a lot of that was just in a couple of rounds of showers that lasted over a few days. Much of the rest of the month was dry. So we had a average month precipitation-wise above normal temperatures. Take a look at the new October outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, which was just released over the weekend. Above normal temperatures expected over almost the entire country with the exception of the southeast, and that is very unusual. And below normal precipitations with high probability, 40% or greater probability of below normal precipitation over the eastern third of the country. The west actually expected to be a little wetter than normal. 3 things you need to know in the short term. Record warmth is a possibility for tomorrow. Then look for some showers Wednesday afternoon, maybe a couple of thunderstorms in there into Wednesday evening, and then again Friday afternoon. Each of those systems will be followed by a shot of cooler weather. In fact, by the time we get to Friday into the weekend, we're looking for high temperatures in the middle 50s compared to what we'll see tomorrow when we could see a near record warmth. The record high for tomorrow, 85, set back in 2005. If we hit our predicted high of 85, we will tie a record. So that's about a 30-degree drop in temperatures from tomorrow through Friday. And you can see that on the high temperature trend. 70s for Wednesday and Thursday, then 50s over the weekend. The average high temperature goes, actually, that should be 66 to 63. But notice how we get back up above normal as we head into the middle part of next week. High temperatures will be up around 70 by the time we get to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Weather Track, you can see, other than a few showers up near Lake Superior, much of the rest of the Midwest is dry, and that trend is continuing. There's some rain out west, a little bit in the Gulf of Mexico, but much of the country is pretty dry, which is typical as we get into the middle of fall, like we are now. Planning your night across Dane County, these numbers are not typical. 62 for the low in Sun Prairie, 62 Wanakee, 60 for the overnight low in Middleton with mostly clear skies. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 61 Janesville, 63 in Prairie du Chien, and 60 for the overnight low in Camp Douglas. Tomorrow, sunny, very warm, record high temperature of 85 is expected. And as we look at the rain chances from Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday evening, not a lot. Most areas less than 1/10 of an inch north and west of Dane County. There might be a thunderstorm or two in this part of the state with maybe up to 1/4 of an inch of rain. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast. Notice those temperatures, 70s, then 50s for the weekend, and then back into the 60s as we head into next week with mainly dry weather. As we check out first warn traffic right now, roads are looking pretty good, and just on the eastbound Beltline, we have some delays from around Monona Drive back to around Park Street. That's adding a few minutes to the travel time, although usually that's kind of typical this time of day. 14 minutes back in the westbound direction between the interstate and University Avenue. Heading out of Madison, 23 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, 17 minutes Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, and outbound downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151 takes you 18 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Hollywood writers are back on the job. That means the laughter returns to late night TV. Stephen Colbert is back at the desk tonight after 5 months. The 5-month-long writers' strike dimmed the lights at the Ed Sullivan Theater. Fans have been lighting up outside, eager to see his first show back.
He's brilliant, he's funny, and we've missed him a lot.
You have to be a part of the audience. You have to feel that energy. It's a one-of-a-kind experience, for sure.
Well, the ongoing actors' strike limits guests on the late-night circuit. Actors aren't allowed to appear and promote movies and shows if they're for studios at the center of the dispute. Colbert's guests tonight include astrophysicist and author Neil deGrasse Tyson. Well, with respiratory virus season basically here, we'll tell you about a shortage of a key antibiotic in the U.S. commonly used to help sick kids. The story next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Fry Construction invites you to usher in the fall season with our exclusive fall sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 4 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our fall savings. Save 23% off gutters with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I have experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
I'm Darrell Hall of Hall Farms, and this is my John Deere. We farm 1,700 acres of crop ground, and then we also have purebred breeding sheep. We've dealt with Sloan since 1980, and what I think is really makes them stand out is the person-to-person contact, and it seems like they're always on top of their business to the finest detail. And that just amazes me, and I think that's why Sloan's is so impressive to us farmers, and this is why I think of Sloan's first.
Progress means producing renewable fuels for trucks on the road today. We're partnering with farmers to develop these fuels using everything from plant byproducts to cow manure. And then using those fuels to help lower the life cycle carbon intensity of the transportation industry. Driving the world forward today while forging new roads to the future. That's energy in progress.
In 2007, we felt called to start a church right in our living room. We knew that in order for our church to grow, we were going to have to get more wisdom in the area of financial planning.
Thrivent helped us to get on solid footing so that we could take steps to help others. Now we spend more time helping our community.
Every year, we're touching more and more lives with Thrivent's help.
A respiratory virus season comes as the U.S. faces a shortfall in a common antibiotic to help treat bacterial infections that may happen when kids get sick.
In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has more on what parents need to know.
It's the most prescribed antibiotic in the U.S., but for the second winter in a row, liquid amoxicillin is in short supply.
Unfortunately, this is not the first time we've been through this.
Dr. Nusheen Aminuddin with Mayo Clinic says most illnesses in fall and winter are caused by viruses, which won't respond to antibiotics. Amoxicillin and other similar medications fight secondary infections caused by bacteria.
There are alternatives that we can use in almost all cases. And so it's not like we're going into this with absolutely no options.
Amoxicillin powder remains on the U.S. Food and Drug Administration shortage list. It's mixed to make the liquid form and given to young children who aren't able to swallow pills. The shortfall was first declared by the FDA last October. Since amoxicillin pills and tablets are not in short supply, Aminuddin says some pediatricians may use those instead.
We can maybe crush a tablet and give that to a child so they get the same amount of the medication that can then be mixed into like a teaspoonful of a food that they might be willing to eat.
And there are other antibiotics as well that can be used to treat a child suffering from illnesses like pneumonia or an ear infection.
Sometimes they're a little stronger, sometimes they might cause more side effects. And so that's why amoxicillin has been a go-to for us for many decades. But we do have other options if your child needs antibiotic treatment.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Now, most manufacturers are still producing the antibiotic, but have it on allocation. That means their customers can only order a limited amount.
That helps ensure that no single buyer can claim all of the available supply, but it also means that pharmacies may run out very quickly. We'll get a final check on your First Warn forecast when we come back.
Join Stoughton Health's Dr. Aaron Schwab on October 5th to learn about simple outpatient treatments that can alleviate varicose or spider veins. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Secure your home, add privacy, and keep your children and pets safe with one call to Revamp Fence, South Central Wisconsin's trusted source for high-quality fencing solutions. Revamp Fence installs state-of-the-art vinyl structures 5 times stronger than wood, wind, water, and fade-resistant, easy to clean and maintain with a variety of stunning color combinations to enhance curb appeal, and backed with a lifetime warranty. Call now during our home safety event. You'll save with 50% off installation of a new fence, or choose 24 months no interest financing. Plus, receive a $250 Home Depot gift card with purchase and a bonus. Call during this program and receive a free upgrade to solar fence post cap lights. From Madison and South Central Wisconsin, call 1-800-565-5096. That's 1-800-565-5096.
When it's time to remodel your home, lean on the experts at Brothers Maine for all things appliances. As Madison and Janesville's local appliance authority since 1938, our experienced staff will make your project easy from concept to completion. Better than big box, Brothers Maine has a larger selection, lower prices, and professional advice to bring your vision to life. On time and on budget. From sales to install, we do it all. Feel great about your purchases and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Save big money with these hot deals at Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. There's still time to build your retaining wall. Crestone blocks are $129 each. Wall welcome mats are just $2.99 each. This convenient electronic deadbolt is only $39.99. Plush carpet with pad is only 99 cents a square foot. Tide detergent is only $8.89. These hot deals won't last long. Hurry in while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
Elevate your savings at the Century House. Right now, buy stressless recliners, sofas, and office chairs and earn up to $1,500 credit toward the purchase of additional stressless furniture. Or receive $400 off the purchase of any stressless signature base or cross-base recliner and ottoman. Don't wait. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Join Stoughton Health's Dr. Aaron Schwab on October 5th to learn about simple outpatient treatments that can alleviate varicose or spider veins. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, the largest healthcare worker strike in history looms. Why more than 75,000 employees may walk off the job on Wednesday. Plus, which one of your favorite late-night shows are back after writers return to work? That's tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
And later, a call for action success story. A Fitchburg couple returns a rented vehicle but gets charged for damages they weren't responsible for. We'll have their story tonight. Join us for News 3 Now at 6. And Gary, final check of the forecast.
Looks nice out there, as long as you like warm temperatures. There's the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. Lots of sunshine. Platteville, Queen Bee Radio Skycam. Looks like another pretty sunset getting ready to take place. Compared to 24 hours ago, temperatures are actually down a couple of degrees, and that just makes these temperatures so unbelievable. It's 82 right now in Madison, 84 in Lone Rock, 85 in Boscobel, and 83 in the Dells.
All right, Gary, we're back in 30 minutes. More updates on News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.